Hi, I am Steve Hawkins, and I am a sociologist. I am not Stephen Hawkins. Steve Hawkins, walks around and is very smart. Stephen Hawkins rolls around and is very, very smart. And anyway, not to get off topic, I would like to ask you, what is the first thing you would want to do when you become the president of the world? And I want you to think really hard, like from the exact perspective of a president with almost absolute power. So now I'll just give you a few moments. All right, that's long enough. Now, what is the second thing you want to do after you did the first thing you want to do as president? And again, you can do absolutely you want as a president. Literally, no one can stop you. So just give it a long think, okay? You've done your first thing, you can do your second thing. Just have a long think, and I'll just give you some time. All right, now you have done two things as a president. It might be big or it might be small, but it sure is something that you already done as a responsible president, probably. Now, I want you to think of the third thing you want to do as a president. Again, you have absolute power, and I mean absolute power, and you can do whatever you want after doing all of those hard work with those previous two things. So, what is the third thing you want to do as a president? All right, so you have done three things as a president, and let me just make quite a few like educated guesses to what you choose. Now, some of you thought of stuff like, yeah, let's nuke ISIS and nuke North Korea and nuke the world, or let's promote laws and regulations that is totally not aligned with your personal beliefs. Because I can definitely tell that everyone who watch YouTube are very selfless people who will never abuse any power, alright? Or there's just that guy who said, I'm gonna get revenge on that guy who bullied me at school. And of course, that guy is probably one of you. Now, of course, then some of you might probably say something like, yeah, let's get a jet, or yeah, I want $1 billion, or I want a magical pony, or something. So basically, most of you have already gone to the general direction of doing everything that a president shouldn't do. And don't deny that you did not go into that general direction when you make those like decisions as a president. But like you might ask, what does this all mean? Well, it basically means humans are inherently impatient and selfish most of the time, and such characteristics is terrible material for creating leaders. And if you open a history textbook, you can just see what motivates people to become leaders of a society is never to serve the people. It is always to secure more power and secure more cash and secure even more whatever the heck people want. I mean, the best model leaders for human society are people who are selfless and cares for all of the masses no matter who they are. But when we just have so much leaders motivated by personal ideas and getting their power to abuse, that just defeat the purpose of things like democracy and parliamentship, and it's not a problem on the political system. It's a problem with human nature. So I believe it is time that someone like me realized that, hey, maybe if we just give all the presidents a personality test, so we can at least have a higher chance of defeating the inherent human's wicked motivation to become societal leaders. In fact, why don't we just replace all of our leaders with a very trustworthy AI that calculates every correct policy for humanity? But like some of you might say, like, so what? Like, that been the norm since the very beginning. Like, what's the point of improving the general quality of our leaders? Isn't that like very hard to achieve? Like, shouldn't we focusing on something else, like global warming, which I'll catch up to that later? And like to those questions, I say humans are about asserting control over everything. If we can't control the nature of our very own society, then how can we control bigger things in the future? I want you to ask yourself that question again and again every day. I am a sociologist named Steve Hawkins, and I believe it is time to solve this issue that had been staring at humanity since the dawn of time. Thank you for listening.